This $9.2 billion resort nearly bankrupted MGM Corporation back in 2008, but this engineering marvel is now open and thriving. This is the Aria Resort here in the center of the Strip in Las Vegas, and I'm Party Plan Brian. I book about 75 to 100 groups every single weekend out here in Las Vegas. I'm gonna give you guys a full room review of a king room, a full property tour, and show you everything the Aria Las Vegas has to offer. Let's go in and check this place out. All right, so I made it here to the front lobby. It's a little bit of a walk from the parking garage, but once you get over here, if you are a gold, platinum, or noir, you can come over here to the invited guest line. For some of the higher end Marriott Bonvoy, you can do that as well here. And this was where I checked in. I'm gonna go ahead and I go up to my room on the 35th floor, and I'm gonna toss my stuff. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna give you guys a full property tour. All right, so I checked in, nice smooth process, made it up to the room. They gave me a higher floor. I did go to the VIP check-in for the gold, the platinum, and then the noir members, and there was nobody in line really. There was one guy in front of me. He was quick, and then she put me on like a higher floor, so I was able to kind of, you know, get a little bit of a perk, I guess you will. It is a nice room. It's a little bit wider and bigger than a typical room, I think. It's not like a suite or anything, but we got a fantastic view from the 35th floor. That's the Vidara. You can see the Vidara pool. That is, I believe, the Chelsea pool over there at the Cosmo. You can see that, and nice view of the palms and the mountains there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, we got, it's 5 p.m., so we got about an hour till the fitness center closes, from what I understand. And then there is a 24-hour cardio room, so we'll check out both those. Pool is open till 7 p.m., which is kind of cool. So we're gonna go check out that, and then we'll do the full casino vlog. We'll grab a bite to eat and come up here and wrap up the room review. All right, so open till 6 p.m. is the spa, and inside the spa is the fitness center. First off, the spa is amazing here. It's about 80,000 square feet, one of the best in all of Vegas. I believe it's called the, there's a med spa here called Kalanji Med Spa. I think the spa is kind of like, you know, all one big thing, but it's one of the best ones in Vegas from what I understand. I haven't actually had a treatment here or anything. I did check out the one at the Fontainebleau, and that was very nice, but I think this one's up there, rivals it pretty well. So if you're into spas, this is a good one at the Aria. Now the fitness center is very nice. I had a chance to walk through the whole thing, did a small little workout before it closed. Tons of treadmills, a lot of bikes, a lot of, you know, like cardio machines. Now, this is a huge hotel. We're talking 4,004 rooms. So you got a lot of people staying here. And, you know, for a Sunday afternoon at this time, which is 5:30 or so, there are quite a few people in here working out. So they do need kind of a big, you know, fitness center for the amount of people in this hotel. So it's good. It's definitely a very well done fitness center. There's plenty of equipment in here, plenty of cardio equipment. The dumbbells do go up to 100. They do have a squat rack, the Smith machine squat rack type thing in the back. And then they have, you know, plenty of cable machines. You know, I could see this on a really, you know, maybe busy weekday morning, probably being a little bit busier. But I think it's big enough that you could definitely get a great workout in here, plenty of equipment. Like I said, I got a little pump on myself, and I was pretty happy. The staff, very friendly. They hand you a water and a towel when you walk in, which I thought was really nice. And then they got this really nice lobby. I'm sitting across from the entrance to the fitness center here. Just a chill out lobby to hang out. Got a little fireplace action going on behind me. And it's just a nice place to just kind of relax after a workout. Maybe to take a sip of water, have a little conversation. So I was very impressed. This fitness center is not quite as nice as the one at the Resorts World or the Fontainebleau, but it's up there. It's good. It's definitely probably in the top 3 that I've seen so far on the Strip. And I'd be very happy with this. If I was staying at the Aria, like I said, I would be very content. We're getting a good workout in here. No problems there. We're gonna head out to the pool next, and let's check it out. All right, so here's the lay of the land for the Aria pool. Just so you guys know, this is big pool complex out here, 4,000 rooms, so they gotta have a pool complex with that many people. And this back here, that's gonna be Liquid Pool Lounge. That is a place that I work with. If you're interested in going to Liquid, you can text me, 702-883-3006. We're happy to send you over my link. Pricing's really not that bad over there. This kind of branded itself a little bit more like a hip-hop pool party this year since Dre's Beach closed. It's actually doing pretty good. I actually have the most bookings I've ever had at Liquid in all the 10 years, 12 years I've been doing this so far this year. So Liquid's actually going pretty good for us. Just being a little bit different branded, more, it doesn't do all hip hop, but it is a little bit more hip hop than, you know, some of the other pools. It's called open format music, a mix of everything. All right. Now over here on this side, when you're walking toward Liquid on the right, when you're walking from the hotel, that's going to be your Sky Suites pool. So you have to have a Sky Suites, you know, card to get in there. And then over here is going to be like, you know, your main pool. And then you're going to have your other main pool. You got 2 big main pools, and then you got a couple of jacuzzis. There's a pool bar over there. And then you have a like Ivy Cafe over there. And you get a nice little lunch if you want. You can order that food all to the different tables and whatnot. So very nice pool complex. It's not quite as nice as like I would say the Fontainebleau, but it's definitely up there. So it's really large. I did count like 27 cabanas that rent to people. So if you want to get like just a regular like hotel pool cabana, you can get that here. And they're very nice. Inside they got like chairs and a little couch, TV, bar, and misters and whatnot. So they're very nice. You have day beds, you have lounge chairs all around. I think the large chairs are just open to the general. You can just walk up and you can just grab one. And then the day beds, I think you got to rent those. Cabanas, you got to rent those. Probably like a minimum spend type of thing at the hotel pool. But overall, a very nice complex out here. I was very impressed. All right, so a couple more pointer tips for the pool. You do have to scan your card when you walk in. If you have a room key, they're going to scan that. Vidara and Aria can use this pool, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And then if you're a gold card, platinum card, or noir holder, you don't even have a room here. You can come here and use the pool, which I thought was pretty cool. And they do have free towels over here on the left when you walk in. They do have a little gift shop there as well. And then here at the spa, they have a nice little like store as well to get some gear and some salon type products. So that's right here at the spa as well. So a lot of stuff to buy down here if you're interested in picking up some stuff for the room and whatnot, maybe some clothes, hats, etc. You can find that all here. All right, so here is the cardio center. It's one of those things that if you kind of blink, you miss it. So when you're coming out of the room's elevator blocks and you get down to the promenade level, you can just walking past the security guy, you're going to see the cardio center. It's a big chrome sign right there. And then it's just a little room. You got to scan your key. Vidara can scan there as well. And it is 24 hours. Aria scans there as well. Small little room. They've got several treadmills, a couple bikes, a little bit of dumbbells. It's nothing like the fitness center inside the spa. So if you want to get a good workout in, make sure you go to the spa before 6 p.m. and do that. Here you can just do a little bit of a workout, kind of keep that cardio going, if you will, 24 hours. And it's just a small little, nice little feature of the Aria to have that here open 24 hours. All right, up here on the promenade level, you're going to have your nice Starbucks. It's like a corner one, a nice little lounge there to have a nice coffee. You do have a essential store there, and then there's a pressed, which is going to be like a fresh squeezed juice store. Looks like a lot of really nice juices in there. And then this is a beach type store. Looks like women's clothing, Tureen. It's kind of a big store. It goes down over here and then all the way around on the top of the escalators here. So nice little place to get some bikinis and gear for the pool. If you're a female, this would be a good stop for you. All right, so I took a walk over here to the Cropper Eats food hall. Now, this isn't your average food court here. This is a little bit nicer than what you're going to find at places like Excalibur or some of the other lower tier hotels maybe that MGM has. This is a very nice food hall, okay? There's 10 places you can actually order in here. It's all digital. You would just walk up, you press which restaurant you want, you order right there on the screen, which I thought was pretty cool. It is a nice dining area. You can tell it's just very well done. It's, very modern looking. They do have a bar over on the other end over there. They have some engage happy hour going on. It's really loud over there. People are really getting into the conversation, so I thought that was pretty interesting. But let me name some of the restaurants here. I have to look because I don't remember all the restaurants off the top of my head. Right in front of me here, there's a place called Egghead, and that's not on this list right now because it's not open this time of day, but I'm sure once it opens, it appears on the list. And that's going to be more like your breakfast stuff, your grab and go type thing. Now, we do have, let's take a look here. So we have Lucky Bird. Okay, that's going to be like your chicken. Pizza Aoki, which is must be Steve Aoki's pizza company. Thought that was interesting. Didn't even know that existed, but Steve Aoki has a pizza company here. There's Happy Leaf. Okay, you got the Tamiki Bar, which is going to be like a sushi bar. Lola's Burgers. You got the Parm Italian, and looks like Alexi's. It looks like a fish place. Sun Life, and then the Laughing Buddha noodles, I believe it is. It's kind of hard to read there. Yeah, I think it's a noodle place. So a lot of options here. Probably, more than you could possibly do in a weekend if you just came here to the food hall. And there's tons of other good restaurants in here. So, but whatever you're in the mood for, you should be able to find it here at the Proper Eats food hall at the Aria. All right, so if you don't know, the Aria has 2 valets. Okay, they have a main valet, which is off the Las Vegas Strip, and they have the North Valet. Okay, that's over here. Behind me here, this is the North Valet, and that's a Vidara, and it's like a circle, okay? So if you're coming to Liquid Pool Lounge or you're coming to Jewel Nightclub, which are 2 places that I do work with, you're gonna go on and get dropped off at the North Valet because it's right here, all right? So save yourself a few footsteps. And when you walk in from the North Valet, you're gonna find a few things. There is this really cool like LED statue thing behind me there. You see it there? That is, I'm gonna butcher this name, but it's a Tahatsu Miyajima. It's a something that has to do with LED lights and the never-ending LED lights of life or something like that to represent never-ending life, okay? So that's pretty cool. Check it out when you're in here. and come into Jewel or Liquid. And then we got a Maceo Pairs. That's going to be a men's store. Got nice clothes. I've actually have a shirt from them. It's pretty nice. And Element Store, that's going to be like your t-shirts and luggage and different stuff you can pick up over there. And they do a Buddha statue right behind me over here. And I keep seeing people walking by rubbing the belly of the Buddha. So I thought that was kind of funny. And behind me there, right there, when you walk in right to the casino, you're going to find this really cool glass enclosed chocolate display. And they always like, every time I come in here, it seems like it's different. It's a massive chocolate display and it's very well done, like top notch well done. And so whoever does that and keeps up on that and does that probably like monthly, I'm assuming, based on whatever, is going on here with seasonal or whatever, it's well done. So nice work on that, whoever does that, for watching this video. And then that escalator down over here, that's going to be the way you get down to the pickup for the Valet and to Jewel Nightclub. Okay, so let's go down there next and let's talk about Jewel. All right, so you come down the escalator, which is broken, ironically, which is probably symbolistic of what's going on here with Jewel Nightclub. It's a little bit broken. Coming down, it was broken, but going up, it's working. But over behind me here is Jewel Nightclub. Okay, so let's talk briefly about this place. This club is, in my opinion, on life support, okay? It is not doing all that great. I was here Friday night. I did have a table here Friday night for a customer, and it wasn't bad. They had a dance floor table with one of my bottle packages. They did to get the higher end package. It was $24.50 all in. You got a $1,500 minimum, an extra bottle of tequila or vodka, and they had a good time, okay? They were having fun. They had some girls at their table, and it wasn't bad. But there really wasn't too many other tables in there. Like, that was like, the dance floor tables were full, and the dance floor was pretty full, but the other tables were pretty empty. So kind of how Jewel is here on like Fridays and Saturdays. It's just the way it is these days. I did hear they're gonna keep it open until the end of the year now, so that's bad news. I heard they were gonna close, and then they stayed open, and now it's gonna be open till the end of the year. So we'll have to see what happens after the end of the year. They really need to book some talent here to get some people in this place and get it like kind of revived. But it's decent for a hip hop crowd, and they do pretty much offer free cover for guys and ladies in here if you just want to come in and check it out. They're gonna play predominantly hip hop music here, but they're gonna have some open format, EDM, Latin, top 40, etc. That's the kind of music you're gonna hear at Jewel. Okay, so if you want to hit me up, 702-883-3006, I can send you over my bottle packages. Have some budget bottle packages, some mid-level packages, and some higher end packages. And we do also have just the standard minimums as well. I can send you over my link for that. And then over here, okay, this behind me here is where you pick up your car for the North Valet. Now, let me tell you a funny little story about the North Valet here, okay? For years, I've been dropping my car off here, and they take it down to some lower garage where they park them, okay? From the upstairs to the lower downstairs, and then they bring it up here, and when you get your car back, it almost always smells like freaking sewer, okay? So I don't know what the hell goes on in that parking garage down there. They must have a sewer vent or something down there, and it stinks, okay? You bring your car back, and you got some girls with you or something, you're coming out of Jewel, and I used to come here a lot more on Monday nights, typically when it was the industry night here, back before it moved to Marquee, and I'd bring my car up, I'd be with some girls or a customer, and then you open up the door, and it stinks like sewer. Like, what the hell? But, I talked to the LA guys about it. It's like, yeah, it's a problem down in that particular level of the garage. There's a vendor or something down there. But unfortunate, okay? Now, the last time I picked up my car here, which was not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, it wasn't too bad. It didn't smell that bad. Now, I picked it up before, and it really stunk, like to the point where I had my windows open. I'm thinking, is there something wrong with my car? Like, that's how bad it was. But the last time it wasn't that bad. So maybe they kind of fixed that problem a little bit. But I thought that was kind of a funny story. I guess I might get a good laugh out of that one. When you bring your car back out of the North Valet, just be warned, it might stink like sewer, all right? Heading up the escalator here from the North Valet lower level, and I do like these full-length waterfalls from the ceiling to the floor. They're like almost like 2 or 3 stories, and they're, like running water down through them. I thought they're pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out if you want to see something kind of different in the atrium here, if you will, of the North Valet Aria. All right, so this is gonna be your main valet. This is gonna come in off the Las Vegas Strip, right across from the new Boulevard. Okay, the Boulevard is like a bunch of stores. That was gonna be a hotel complex at one time. It kind of just turned into a bunch of retail space, but a lot of good shopping right across the street. They got an ABC store, which you can get your alcohol over there, probably a little bit less than you can get it in here, FYI. So make sure you check that out. And right over here, this is the Veer Towers, these yellow, kind of tall, weird looking towers. My buddy actually lives in there, and I used to date a girl that lived in there, and those are residences. So you can actually, live right here on the strip, in the middle of the strip, which is kind of cool. Crystals, that's the big mall that is attached to the Aria, and you can walk through the Crystals. You're gonna find really nice high-end stores there. You can see the Hermes sign in the background, and you're gonna find the Gucci stores in there, the Louis Vuittons, all the expensive stores are gonna be in there. So if you wanna, win some money and come over here and spend some money, you can do it. And of course, this is the main valet, okay? So the main valet is gonna be drop off over there, and you're gonna get pick up over here. This is where you pick up your car, and the taxi pickup is here, okay? Now, if you're gonna get an Uber or Lyft, you have to walk over to the North Valet. That's where the Uber and Lyft pickup is, not in the front here. Uber and Lyft will not pick you up here, okay? So just be warned, if you're coming up here, you can catch a taxi, but you can't catch an Uber and Lyft. So you gotta go to the North Valet for that. So that's some good advice, a good pointer if you're coming out this way. So I worked up a little appetite in the blog here in the Aria, so I went and checked out some of the fine dining options. And we do have Bardot Brassiere. It's not open tonight. It's a Sunday night for whatever reason. I'm not sure why it's not open, but I think it's still an operational restaurant. That's Michael Mina's restaurant. It's gonna be high-end food, very nice. I looked on there, there's like your shellfish tower, etc. on the menu, very nice. And of course, Gene and George's Steakhouse, okay? That is gonna be a high-end steakhouse. I've eaten there several times, good food, very good steaks and everything there, so no problems there if you want to check it out. And then across from here, you're gonna see the Carbone, okay? That's a restaurant that I do send a lot of groups to. A lot of high demand wants, a lot of people want that place. This is the Carbone, the regular Italian one, and they have a Carbone Riviera over at the Bellagio now with the boat and everything. And my connection over here can help me out at both those places, so hit him up. He's gonna give me a bar seat because I'm by myself tonight, and I'm gonna go in and have myself a nice Italian meal, and looking forward to checking that out. All right, so just finished an excellent meal over here at Carbone. I met up with my guy that always takes care of me on my reservations. Nice guy, we had a long conversation. Anyway, he was able to give me a spot at the bar and by myself. Got at the end of the bar, which was nice. Had a lot of room, so it was great. I had a great meal. By the way, they start out with like a bread service, and then you get like a, I don't know, like a salami service with some really tasty cheese. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure what kind it was. It was excellent. And then they have this really cool like cauliflower salad they give you. It's all like complimentary. That's at the beginning. You get all that. And you got to be careful not to fill up on that because the bread service is really good. It comes out warm and it tastes really good. So I was smart enough to not destroy myself on that. And I did order the veal parmesan. And funny story, as I was ordering the veal parmesan, I picked up my phone. I started looking at Twitter right afterwards. And immediately, Las Vegas Phil, a guy I follow on Twitter and Instagram and whatnot, he's a food blogger here in Vegas, a video of the veal parmesan at Carbone popped up in my Twitter feed. So like the phone was definitely listening to me. There's no way that could have possibly happened in real life. Just no way. So I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, I had the veal parmesan. It was $91, kind of pricey, but it was good, very well done. And he did a nice video on the whole production of it. It was pretty interesting. I was actually watching it. And then I did hit the side of the rigatoni, which was I think like a vodka-based rigatoni. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. And actually, the veal parmesan, I've had it at several of the Italian places around town, and it was good, but it wasn't my favorite. I had a few places that I liked a little bit better. I did like Capo's. I like their sauce a little bit better, in my opinion. And Casa di Amore, I like theirs a little bit better. But what I did like here was the bone. They brought out the bone, and I was able to chew on the bone, and that was from a tip from Las Vegas Phil. And the bone was really good. So that was excellent. That was the best one I've had of that. So overall, very happy. The whole meal with tip and everything came out to around $70. I just had a Diet Coke to drink. Nothing crazy, but definitely a good place to come if you guys want to check out like kind of a classic. They got like older school, like 60s, 70s type music playing in there, and it's just a nice vibe. It's super busy all the time. It's really hard to get in this place, so if you do need to get reservations and you're not booking some other stuff with me, I'll be happy to help. All right, so behind me is the Salt and Ivy Cafe. This is gonna be like your breakfast and lunch type place. It does have a pool outdoor section, so if you're at the pool and you want to eat here, you can just come from the outside and you can eat here as well. Inside's very nice. They have a nice modern looking design decor. This is pretty cool here in the center. Definitely worth checking out. A very nice bar here and plenty of seating. So if you guys want to get a nice breakfast, this would probably be where I do it. And this is right next to the Proper Eats food hall, which I did a little clip on that earlier. A bunch of, I think there's 10 restaurants in there. And then down at the end here is kind of where the convention center starts. And they got this big thing called Edge going on right now. This place, by the way, has 500,000 square feet of convention center. There used to be a Aria Theater that they converted over to convention center space, and massive, okay? So you're gonna find a lot of big conventions here. People walking around with like the lanyards and whatnot, so you can see them all over when there's one going on here. So great dining options right here by the convention center. So if you wanna, break out, come over here and get some food, it's perfect for that. And really good options as well. So definitely, if you're interested in getting any convention space or you want to do a room block here, I am an IATA certified travel agent. So make sure you text me at 702-883-3006, and I'm happy to help with that. All right, so I'm in the casino now, and there's a nice store here called Radiance, and that's going to be like a nice watch store. There's a Breitling store in there. I do like the Breitlings. I have a couple of those. And over here, we do have the Sportsbook. Very nice Sportsbook, by the way. It is kind of in the back. Can't really see it from here, but you do walk in to the back, and then it's really nice in there. There's some lounge seating, And then there's some like, pit seating, tons of TVs, live people in there to make your bets. I did actually place my Super Bowl bet in there and did come out a winner, and I went back and redeemed it in there. So that's my only time I ever bet in the Aria, and I did it was a winner. It was not a big bet. It was $100. We got paid about $80 to win, but still wins a win. And there's a nice little place called the Moneyline Pizza there, which is kind of ironic for the Sportsbook area. And then next to that is the poker room, and there's a big poker tournament going on right now. So that place is always packed. It's one of the bigger, nicer poker rooms in Vegas. And they got half the casino taken over with the poker room too for the tournament that's going on right now. So a lot of cool stuff over here if you're into sports and the poker. This is going to be your corner over here. So one thing you'll notice when you walk into pretty much any door here from the outside, there's a lot of really cool art. And I did notice a lot of people taking pictures of it. So I'm not sure on the, what it is exactly. It's not in the art that much, but clearly people know what's going on here, and they're taking a lot of pictures and stuff. So make sure you check that out if you're into art. And over here, we do have a Posh Burger. That's going to be like a burger place, kind of a, quick order on the screen type of thing. Grab your fast food. The Aria Poker Classics going on. There's an Essence store over there. And then the entrance to the Sportsbook, there's a Sportsbook bar over there. So if you want to do a little gaming, have some drinks at the Sportsbook bar outside of the Sportsbook, you can do that here right on the casino end. All right, so out here on the south end of the casino, you're going to find basically the Aria Self Park and the valet pickup from the main valet is right over here. And then you're going to come up the escalator here, and you're going to go toward the Park MGM. There's actually a walkway that connects the Park MGM and the Aria. In the back, it's air conditioned, it's nice. And if you're going to the T-Mobile Arena, this is the way to go, okay? So you can actually catch a tram as well. They have a tram over here. I think it's called the MGM Express or the Aria Express, I believe. And it goes to the Bellagio, Aria, and then to the Park MGM. But it's really not that far of a walk. I probably recommend just walking it if you don't have mobility issues. And then you can easily get over to the T-Mobile Arena. Right when you get to Park MGM, you make a right to the main valet. You're literally right at the park, or the T-Mobile Arena, which is very nice. Golden Knights are in the Stanley Cup right now, so it's going to be humming around here in the next couple days. But definitely nice and convenient. A lot of times when I go to Aria, or to the games and whatnot, anything in the T-Mobile, I'll park at Aria and just walk, because then it's not so hard to get out of the Park MGM garage, because the Aria is like less congested, if you will, when the games end. So I'm walking out here. This is the platform to the Aria Express. And like I said, this is one of the stops. It does go to the Bellagio, and it does go to the Park MGM. And it's, kind of convenient if you want to just not walk so much. All right, so toward the south end of the casino, there's a place called the Gem Bar. Nice little place to do some gaming, grab a drink. And this is kind of near the poker room over here. Poker room is up at the very end there. And this place, by the way, has I think 800 slot machines, massive, 150,000 square foot casino, and I think we're like 100 table games. So plenty of room to game and play slots. There's a ton of people in here playing slots, by the way. And I've been in here on a weekend, and usually all the tables are pretty much full. So definitely a lot of gaming going on here at the MGM Grand. I'm certain that this is one of their top grossing casinos for sure. So behind me, this is Javier's. This place is a fantastic Mexican place. I've eaten here a bunch of times. They have great chips and salsa to start. Food's really good. There's actually a pretty large line to form here to get into this place. It's pretty much full. I did see the private room over here is not full right now, but it's a Sunday night and this place is popping. So food is good quality. It's worth coming here and trying this place out for sure. You're into Mexican food, and it's not that expensive. So I've actually had several meetups here where I've met up my friends. We had a nice meal here, and it was, under $100. So, not bad for the Vegas Strip. Definitely worth the money. Make sure you check out Javier's. All right, so they do have a VIP lounge here in the lobby check-in, but you have to be a Platinum or an OR member. I'm no longer a Platinum. I was last year. Still got my Platinum card. I can probably sneak in here and grab some stuff, but I'm a Gold member, so they don't count over here, unfortunately. At the Mandalay Bay, the Gold member did get access to the VIP lounge, so might want to check that out. If you're a Gold member, you might want to consider staying at the Mandalay Bay just for access to the VIP lounge. This is where you can grab like candies and waters, and they have coffee and a bunch of goodies, and you get it all for free. So it's actually a pretty nice perk. So you might want to consider staying at the Mandalay Bay if you're a Gold member over the Aria, just for that reason. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But overall, MGM does take care of their card members, especially if you're a Platinum or above. All right, so right in the lobby, you're gonna find this cool looking green Rolls Royce here. I'm pretty sure that's a Rolls Royce. I don't wanna butcher it if it isn't, but it looks like a Rolls Royce to me. And this is Gymkhana. This is a really popular new 2 Michelin-Star restaurant. And I do have a good connection here, and I have gotten several reservations. It is hard to get into this place, and it's very good high-end Indian food. One of my customers told me it was extremely spicy, so if you're not into the spices, you might not like this place, but what I understand is very good. I have not eaten there yet. I need to check it out. And one place that I do go often is right here. This is Catch, okay? This is a popular, you know, fish, seafood type place. We do put in a lot of our packages, and it is a big seller for us. So obviously you have a good connection there for sending groups, getting resos, etc. Catch is definitely a really good spot. Definitely worth checking out if you're into some fish and want something really good. This used to be Cathedral. That place did not make it. That was a tile group venue. I was here for the opening party. I did eat here one other time, and it was really good, but it just never caught on for whatever reason. It just wasn't a big hit here. Kind of like next to Catch, and you know, this used to be an Irish pub where Jim Connor was, and you know, this place is totally caught on. This place did not. So kind of hit or miss out here in Las Vegas, and this was a miss. We do have a big lobby bar right here too, which is kind of cool. It's not that busy, except there is a private event going on over here in the one corner. So that area is super busy and it's loud. People are talking it up over there. Some kind of big Engage conference here, and that's a subset of that, it looks like. But you want to catch a drink at the lobby bar here. It's kind of nice, big open atrium here, which I do like. In the daytime, this is all well lit. It's very nice up here. And then over here, if you walk this way from the lobby, you're gonna walk into the Crystals Mall, and there's a really good restaurant over there called Toca Madera. I'll talk more about that in a sec. All right, in order to get to the Crystals Mall, you actually do have to come outside from the main check-in of the Aria, and this is the entrance to the Crystals Mall. There is a really good Mastro's Ocean in there. I remember one year, one of my ex-girlfriends, she was kind of a exotic type dancer. She bought me a fantastic seafood tower in there, and I'll never forget that. We were sitting over on the edge, looking over the whole mall. It was really nice. By the way, this mall's got like the Hermes store, you know, the Gucci store, all the expensive. Richard Mille, I think, has got a store in there for the watches. This is high-end stuff over here. You're gonna spend a lot of money if you're gonna come over here, just be warned. And this is a really good restaurant we work with as well. This is called Toca Madera. It's kind of interesting because this is actually in the Crystals Mall, not in really the Aria. I guess it is kind of attached. It's kind of in between both. It kind of connects the both, but you do actually got to walk outside to get into Toca Madera. Okay, it doesn't connect from the inside of the casino. You could technically say this is part of the Aria, part of Crystals. I don't know if it's kind of in between. So, but excellent food in there. When they first opened up, they were kind of more like a Latin flavor type place. And then they realized that the Latin dishes didn't bring the revenue that they needed to cover the rent on this place. And they really upped their menu, and they added more like, you know, high-end steaks, you know, tomahawk steaks, that kind of stuff. So you're gonna find that in there, but they really have good drinks and stuff. And it's very popular among the bachelorettes especially. And I've eaten them in the shop one time. It's really good food. So definitely, if you're interested in Toca Madera, just hit me up. And we do have that in some of our packages as well. So behind me, this is a really popular dim sum place, Din Tai Fung. And you can see the guys making the dim sum right in there. It's all cool, open, you can watch them work. And then this whole dining area is kind of like the promenade level, kind of overlook the whole like Vidara area over there. And it's very nice. Now, funny story about this place. I believe this was a restaurant that had like a leak or some sort of leak that caused the LED system to short out in Jewel below, and they never actually fixed it. So, and I think there's like some big insurance deal going on. I don't know, one of the hosts was telling me about it. But anyway, this restaurant is very popular. It's very busy pretty much all the time, and it's got great seating. It's really cool in there. I'm sure the food is excellent. I haven't checked it out yet. One place I will check out for sure. And just the funny story is the leak that they had that ruined the lighting system in Jewel. I thought that was pretty funny. So behind me, right next to the Din Tai Fung place, is a place called Lift Bar. It's got a more chill lounge bar. There is some gaming on the bar over there, but kind of chill music. It's more conversation type place, not like Alibi, which we're gonna go by here in a second here. That's more like a club. But they are doing a lot of remodeling here. So you can see behind me here, this is kind of all like, you know, not active right now. I did notice they have some new carpeting over there. So I think what they're doing is they're gonna be moving all these slot machines out, putting in some nice new carpeting, and then probably, you know, setting it all back up. But, you know, leave it up to MGM to keep their properties up and keep the carpeting nice and not dingy, so that's pretty cool. All right, I hinted at it earlier, but this is that chocolate display I was telling you about. I did talk to the lady in here at Patissier, and she's saying that, yeah, this is all handmade. The chefs actually make this. This is all made out of chocolate, if you can believe it. Like it's, where is it at there? There we go. Look at that. That is just unbelievably awesome. And this place is actually open 24 hours. This is kind of a little signage on the Spring is in Bloom. That's what the display is for. But this place is really nice. It's got like custard and ice cream here, and then it's got amazing pastries over there. And you know, you come in here at any time of night, like 2 in the morning, and there's a lot of people in here. Okay, this place is always busy. Definitely worth checking out if you're into pastries. Make sure you check out the Patissier here, because look at all this good stuff. Yum. All right, so your lift lounge on the other end of the casino by the check-in is going to be more chill. You want to have a conversation. If you want a little less chill, this is gonna be the Alibi. Okay, this is gonna be more like a club. You can hear a little bass in the background here. Later in the night, they're gonna be pounding some pretty heavy hip hop in here. This place gets popping, people are dancing up and around. You can get bottle service here. This is like almost like a club inside the casino, which is pretty cool. I was here the other night for my customers at Jewel on Friday, and I walked by this place, and it was probably almost maybe more crowded in here than it was in Jewel. So, you know, you got two options here within walking distance. You can go check out Jewel Nightclub, or you can check out the Alibi if you want to dance to some hip hop beats. All right, in true MGM gambler fashion, you have a place called Spin, which is going to be like a slot lounge. Over there, that's just for regular slot machines. And then over here, this is gonna be your high limit gaming lounge. That's gonna be like your blackjack and whatnot. Probably some roulette in there, high limit. And then you got a high limit slot machine room over here. I did notice a couple old school pinball machines in there, which was kind of cool. I do have a pinball machine over here I think I'm gonna try before I head up to my room to do the room review, where I actually, the last 2 times I played on it, I won. So let's see if I can make it 3 times a charm. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. And over here we have a Blossom restaurant. This is a Baccarat lounge back there. It's a big lounge with a nice bar for Baccarat back there. And then this place, Lemongrass, over here. This is a really good restaurant, like Chinese type food. And I've eaten there one time. Actually, the guy that's building the Party Plan app, his company, him and I met here for the first time, and we enjoyed dinner there. So kind of a funny story. And I did actually really like that place, and I would definitely go back. If it wasn't for my guy hooking me up at Carbone with a bar chair today, I would have probably eaten at Lemongrass. So that's definitely one of the top restaurants in this Aria that most people maybe don't even know about. So make sure you check this out if you're in Aria. Get a reservation at Lemongrass, it's worth it. All right, so this is the pinball machine. My girlfriend and I, we actually came over here 2 different times to this exact machine, threw in just like $100 and walked away with like a couple hundred, or maybe even 250 or 300. I don't remember how much it was. We definitely took a nice win off the first few spins on this exact machine. Now that was twice it happened in a row, and this is the 3rd time I'm gonna try it. Next up's gonna be the full room review. We're gonna give you upstairs to the King rooms, sort of suite, up there on the 35th floor. But let's go in here and check to see if we can win a little money. Well, 3 times were not a charm, unfortunately for me. I won around $240 last night at the Caesar, so I was like, you know what, maybe I'll try to double my money or see if I can do a little bit better over here. I put in 300 into the old faithful pinball here, and got nothing back. I did $5 a spin, so basically I only got 6 spins with that, so it's $50 a spin. I'm a max bet, but saw a lot of pinballs, but not enough in a row to make it happen. So fortunately today was not a big winner on this machine. It has let me down. Let's go in and check out the room upstairs. We'll give you guys a whole room review. All right, now I'm gonna head up to the room and do that room review. What I do like about the Aria, which is kind of unique to some of the properties, especially at MGM, they should have a live person here that's like checking, making sure you're scanning your key. And then once you get past her, you get to the elevator, you're 4 bangs. You got 25 to 30, 31 to 54, I'm in 35, 16 to 24, actually 5 bangs, 18 to 15, and then looks like 3 to 7. The Sky Suite entrance or elevator bank is down a little further, so you got to actually walk down there by Lemongrass to get to that. But you actually do have to scan your key here to get up to your room, so there's kind of like a double layer of security, which is kind of nice. All right, so this is going to be the full room review of the Aria King room. It's almost like a suite, so I'm not really sure if this is a suite or not. She did give me a higher floor, she said, so I don't know. She didn't tell me it was a suite, but it's not maybe a suite, but it's pretty darn nice. It's a lot wider than your standard hotel room by a mile. Like this is the walkway when you walk in, and in the walkway, you have this full, your full like closet here, right in the walkway, which is really nice. So, 4 drawers, plenty of room for, hanging your suits or your stuff you need to hang, more hanging room, ironing board, and a couple of robes, which is nice. And you got this nice area to throw your, stuff, and a nice well lit area here, so which is pretty cool. And we'll do the bathroom last, but let's go in and check it out. I did notice this full-length mirror here. A little bit, I feel like the cleaning lady didn't do that good of a job cleaning it. It's got kind of streaky, but it's not terrible. You can tell it's been wiped, but it's just not the proper, maybe they need to use a little bit of that newspaper trick with Windex. That works a little better. Anyway, so here's the middle, and we do have probably maybe a 50-inch flat screen there. Not the biggest TV, but not bad either. A nice desk. We do have a nice chair here, which I do like. Nice comfortable padded seat here, and chair's a little stiff in the back. It's not one of those rock back desk chairs, but it'll do the trick to do a little bit of work. You have a nice light here. You have a phone with a dial tone, which is good. It's a phone here and a phone by the bed, which is pretty cool. A desk with a glass top, enough room to definitely do a little bit of work. And you got a couple plugs here for your laptop. You do have bunch of components for the TV here. Looks like HDMI, VGA, and some other stuff here, RCAs, etc. So not sure the use case for all that, but if you wanted to plug some in, I guess, for the TV, maybe from your laptop, you can do it right here, which is pretty cool. I guess maybe if you want to stream some stuff or something. Anyway, here is the infamous MGM luxury property minibar. We do have anything that you touch up here: water, cookies, chips, and a bunch of crackers, anything like that. You're gonna there's a love kit up there, by the way. That's gonna cost you, so don't touch that if you don't want it to pay. And of course, we do have the MGM fridge down here, and you got plenty of stuff down here. We got the candy bars, liquor, beers, Coke, Sprites, etc. All going to be pretty expensive, so mess around with that if you don't want to pay. We do have a couple glasses and a nice ice bucket here, very nice, and then a little bit of decor, shelves. Gives it really a luxury property feel here. Nice big lamp and nice big windows, which I do like. The curtains that kind of have the electronic and they open up and close with a push of a button, which is cool. Luxury property for sure. Then down here, you got a couple nice chairs with a table in the middle, glass top, and the chairs are comfortable. I was sitting down earlier enjoying a little relaxation and just kicking back, actually, doing a little reading on the phone. And the chairs are perfect for that. Put your drinks here and whatnot. Let's check out the bed. The thing I do like about the bed is, well, number one, it is a little bit higher than your typical like hotel bed. So it gives you the kind of that, king bedroom feel when you got a little bit of a, looks like there's like some sort of frame, and then above the frame, then there's a subframe, and then, the mattress is kind of high, so which is cool. And then a couple lamps on each side, and there's a pull-out like flat thing here for the drawer. And this is just a regular drawer here, and a glass top. Doesn't say. What I did like too over here is the you can order like your room service. It's all digital, which I thought was cool. So you can order like your takeout here, pick all your different restaurants here in the Aria, and it's all digital. I thought that was really nice. A couple old USBs here. These are not the newer ones. This is probably a little bit dated. I don't remember when this place opened in 2009, I think. I don't know. I think it was rehabbed at some point, but when you don't see the USB 2s, it's a little bit older. But I do like the lights here. There's a good night setting to kind of shut everything off, close the curtains. There's a lamp and a reading light here. Here's your lamp and reading light, one on each side. So, if you want to read and your partner does it. And let's, the mattress here, it's all right. It's not foam. I did notice there was 5 pillows. They all felt pretty good. This one's definitely firmer than the other ones. This one's going to be a little softer. Let's do that. One of them does have the branded Aria on there, which I thought was kind of nice touch. All right, let's feel the mattress here. And all right, there we go. All right, this is a pretty good mattress. It's not like too hard, not too soft either. It's kind of in between. It's not foam. I think the Mandalay Bay, when I had the suite, that was a foam mattress, which was kind of nice. But this one's definitely probably more like a box spring. But it'll be good enough for a couple nights. Get a good night of sleep. It's not going to kill my back. That's a good thing. All right, so let's go over here to the other side. Now, again, this room is extremely wide, okay? You can actually kind of see here, like I'm standing right in the middle, basically, and the bed, the end is one side, and then you have all this space behind me for the TV and everything. So it's just a really wide room, which is really cool. It's definitely bigger than your standard hotel room by a lot. And there's just a ton of space, like over here. Like it's almost like there's like, should be more stuff here, like a whole other like couch or sectional, because there's so much empty space. Yeah, but it's nice. The other side of the bed, we do have the same buttons with the lamp, the reading light, and then the goodnight button there to close the curtains and turn off all lights. You have your pull out, kind of like whatever you call that. That's just set stuff. Glass top, and one drawer here, and a little storage underneath. Adequate, nothing crazy. I do like the headboard. This was kind of like a velvety, carpety thing. Velvety, it looks like. And it's got like the chrome inlay on the wood, and it is really thick wood. So, luxury property feeling on the headboard. This is decent. It's not the best I've ever seen. These aren't like really ball bearings, or if they are, they don't really work that well. But overall, it's still a pretty nice room. You can tell it's a little bit beat up here and there. It's just, maybe hasn't been rehabbed in a while, but it's overall, I'm very satisfied with the room. In this part of the room. Let's go over here. The big picture over here is nice. And then the bathroom, I did like this big sliding door to cut off the bathroom from the rest of the room. If you want to have some privacy, you could have that there, which is nice. And then I love the 2 sink setup, okay? So we actually have 2 full sinks here, which that's always been a gripe. I hate when they have like so much counter space and they just put 1 sink in there. But here they did it right, okay? They did have the 2 sinks. Got some pretty cool lighting, big mirror. This is well lit, inlay lighting on the top there, and recessed lighting that is. And then this is your shaving mirror. Don't really use that too much. But similar, the water pressure was pretty good. It's not the best, but it was okay. Water pressure on this side was it's okay, nothing special. Maybe it's just the design of the faucet. It didn't get hot right away either. But you do have a little storage down here, hair dryer. Then you got your towels and stuff. A couple like, let's scroll down a little bit. A couple little carpets down there, which is nice. I thought was pretty cool. And then I do got a bathroom with a door, which is awesome. If you are in here and have a little acid, if you will, you could come over here. You can use the phone too in the bathroom, which is kind of nice. And everything looked pretty clean here. Nice looking toilet, newer, modern. And I do like this glass door to close to that area, which is good. Keep whatever you want to keep in there. A little towel rack here, and a big tub area. And now I did find a little flaw here with the tub area. Okay, this thing is leaking, and it's all the way down. There's no way to stop it. It's basically almost like running water. You can see it in the background dripping, and you can see the floor here literally is all wet. Okay, and you can't shut that off. So if you want a dry shower floor, you're not going to get it here. So be warned, in this room in particular, this is a leaky shower head. So I might even say something to them in the survey when I fill it off for a room. But you do have a nice, cool shower here. Then you have a nice, pretty big like tub, almost like a whirlpool tub, but it's not jetted or anything, but it's a nice big tub. And this is all marble and nice. And this is just a massive bathroom. So I do love this. This bathroom is awesome. Aside from the leak, I would give this definitely very much an A as far as the design of the bathroom goes. Maybe a B+ because of the leak in the faucet, but overall very satisfied with the bathroom here. The 2 sinks, big tub, and shower area. This toilet was sufficient with the door, and this cool privacy door here to take off the bathroom. So overall, I really did like my my room here at the Aria. I did pay $142 with the taxes and everything. It was like $128, then there's some taxes and whatnot. And I didn't have to pay the resort fee because I did book it on the MGM Rewards app. And good value. I'd say it was worth the money. I'd say overall this was a solid room. You're going to pay a little more at the Aria, unlike the Bellagio, the higher end MGM properties, than you do at the Luxor and the Excalibur, that's for sure. So I'm going to take you guys downstairs. We're going to go over the pros and cons, and we're going to close this thing out. And let's talk about the Aria. All right, let's talk about the pros of the Aria Las Vegas. And this place is actually really nice inside. I do like the contemporary design. If you're into art and whatnot, supposedly there's a really high-end art collection throughout the whole property. And I'm not a huge art guy. I don't really go to art museums, so I don't know all that much about it. But if you're into art, this is a great place to come check out that. So I do like that. This place does have a ton of conference space. It's 500,000 square feet of conference space. They did have a theater that they even converted into more conference space. So if you're into events and you want to do really good events here in the center of the strip, right in the heart of the action, a lot of good restaurants, Aria is a great place for that. They also have liquid pool lounge at the pool. If you're into like the hip hop pool scene, they've kind of taken over where Dre's Beach was left off a little bit. It still is an open format pool party. It's not full hip hop, but a lot of my hip hop customers are starting to like to go here, and they've been telling me they're having a good time. So, that's a nice little perk if you're into that. And as far as like the fitness center, I thought it was really impressive. The only thing that sucks about it closes at 6. It is part of the spa, and the spa closes at 6. But if you come here during the spa hours and you want to get a good workout in, you can get that here. It's very nice. It's well done. And I like the little lounge they have to sit and chill after you do your workout and whatnot. It was pretty nice shooting my video in there. And overall, very impressed with the room too. I was really impressed with how big the room was for just a regular king room. It felt like it was a really luxury feeling to me, and overall was very happy with it. Now, as far as the cons go, I would say the nightclub situation is becoming a con here. They no longer have, they don't have a really poppin' nightclub. Okay, Jewel's kind of on its life support. This place actually had a leak in that dim sum restaurant above, and the LED system, the main LED that kind of lights up the whole place, that's been fried, and they never fixed it, so it's still fried. I think they collected a big insurance check. One of the hosts here was telling me about it, so that's definitely a con in my opinion. If they had the full lighting system there and actually cared about that place and put some talent in there, they could probably revive the place. It actually could kind of take over where Dre's left off, but that doesn't seem like they're going to do that. Tao Group has other stuff they're focused on. MGM, they have other stuff they're focused on, and they've just kind of let this place do what it does. And I think they're going to stay open to the end of the year, and after that, we'll have to see. Now, as far as Other cons go, you know, like I said, the fitness center, it only closes at 6, which it kind of sucks. You know, if you're coming here late and you get a late flight, you want to get a good workout in. You couldn't go to that cardio room or cardio fitness center, whatever you want to call it. They are open 24 hours, but it's just mainly cardio machines. It's just a little bit of weights and dumbbells. There wasn't much in there. Not really good for someone like me, but you know, that is an option. Now, overall, you know, this place, people can say, you know, maybe it's a little bit of a headache to park here, okay? If you're coming here, the parking garage is not my favorite one in all of Vegas, and it can get a little hairy when like there's something big going on, like the T-Mobile, when people are trying to leave there. It does get congested when you're leaving here, so that is kind of an issue. You know, the theater closed back in, I think, 2016. I did actually catch the one of those Arcana shows when the Cirque du Soleil was in there, but I think it was a big theater, like 1,800, I read somewhere like 1,800 plus seats, and I think they're having a hard time filling it. It just wasn't hitting the numbers. So they closed that. There was some other Elvis show or something they tried to do. Didn't work out. They converted that into a conference space. So this place is kind of lackluster for shows. So if you want to go to a show, this probably isn't going to be the best property for you. But overall, the place is well done if you want to come here and get some good food. You got plenty of good options. I think there's 14 plus quality restaurants. There's like 10 places in just the high-end food court alone. So, and then all the other restaurants that are very nice. So tons of great dining options. This is a great place if you want to come and eat. It's awesome for that. I know that one of the foodie tours in town, Don owns Lick Snack and Foodie Tours. He's got, I think, an Aria tour just for this place alone. So that's pretty cool. And overall, I just like my stay here. I like the casino. I've always liked this place. I always felt like it looked really trendy and modern compared to some of the other casinos that are more like traditional. This is really upscale, and I do like the way the decor went. They were doing some remodeling when I was in there. Looks like they're putting in some new carpet. Probably, you know, carpet gets a little old and dingy after a while. They're going to replace it. So they are upkeeping this place, which is great. And if you like my video, I would appreciate a like on the video. Do subscribe to this channel for more. Bang the notifications bell. I'm Brian Pfeiffer. Text me at 702-883-3006. Let's map out your Las Vegas game plan and follow me for everything out here in Las Vegas. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.